like corruption, for example. This is another
Mm.
form of greed. Doesn't mean that we don't have corruption in other country outside Africa, but the level of corruption that we have in Africa is mind blowing. So
Mm.
that's people are watching their leader stealing, being greedy. That also that's the only image that they are having. So they are going to try to match that. And
So for you, the greediness issue comes from the top and trickles down to the bottom.
yeah, yeah, people. I think that people who are like kids, they are copying what they are seeing. So also with policy, because if a country doesn't have value, like uh, yeah, it doesn't have any value, people are
Mm.
just going to behave like going to be the far west. So
So, but who who's define? You said if a country doesn't have value, but who gives the value? Where does the
most of
value
the
come
time
from?
most of the time value are defined by the leadership of the country. Even that doesn't necessarily mean that they are going to say to choose the value, but they can initiate the conversation and say, okay, let's get together. We need to define how do we build this country together.
Mm.
So most of the time, those conversations are initiated by the leaders of the country, the current leader or the leader who wants to take down current
So
leadership.
basically, it feels like the fate of a society or of a country is defined by luck because you said it comes from the leader. So if the leader is bad, the country is bad. If the leader
Yeah,
is good, the country is bad.
yeah. I mean, unless the people wake up and because leaders are leaders because they are supposed to serve. Like the definition of minister is servant, right?
Yeah.
So they are supposed to serve the people. So
Mm-hmm.
they are hired by the people. That's why we have election and stuff.
Mm.
So if the leadership of a country is not good,
Yeah.
the people are supposed to change the leadership because they are the one who hire them.
Mm.
But now we we have a big part of luck because in many countries we can observe a sort of hijacking of the country by those leaders because they know that we control the power. They rule but with fear. So that all the democratic part of the equation is kind of removed because people are not people don't know, people don't feel like empowered. They don't feel that they are able to change anything.
Mm.
But this is not how it's supposed to be. But we have a big luck factor because if you have a good leader, the good leader is supposed to put in place rules that will prevent the population, that will prevent any malicious action from a bad leader because you don't know uh, who's going to come after. And this is also something sad that you see with Africa. Even though when you have someone who seems to be a good leader, they are often trying to secure the seat forever
Mm.
instead of trying that. This is also about the long-term mindset because if you are thinking on the long term as a leader of a country, yes, you secure a seat, but also think of about how the country will survive after you, because it's useless for you to come and create, build hospital and do I don't know many good things for the country if we don't have like a good system in place that will regulate and make sure that no one can come and delete everything that was done in the past.
Mm.
It's not a success because after you, someone will come and change everything.
But you said that the the leaders okay, the way you speak, it sounds like you don't believe there's democracy anywhere in Africa, or Do you believe
Uh,
in democracy?
what do you define by
Well,
democracy? The fact that we can choose a leader.
power of the people by the people.
Yes. Yeah. Are people really in power? Because if they were in power, I mean, I feel like it's like you have a power, but you don't know that you have it, or you don't know how to use it.
But according to what you said, you don't. Because you said that the fate of the country is defined by the leader.
Yes, you don't know that you have it because the leader in place are making sure that you don't use your power.
Mm,
So that's why they are protecting their seats because they are afraid of losing that.
mm,
So if they make sure that you as a people is fearful, but so they have nothing to fear.
mm. Okay, so basically they are afraid of losing their seats, so they make the people afraid of them.
Exactly. So that's why, like, most of the time when we are talking about dictatorship, like, what are they going to do? They are going to, if someone raise their voice, they will kill you or send you in jail. So
Mm,
trying to rule by example, so that create fears in people, and that fear is transmitted to generation, to kids after. So that's why you can see in some country you have like a leader who are there for 50 years. You don't
mm.
know what they are doing for the country, but not taking over. So yes, you can say that the population is also weak and also selfish because the population will not wake up or stand up because they are afraid of losing their life or the life of their kids. So
If you were part of such a population, will you stand up?
I don't know.
How do you mean you don't know?
I'm not part.
Are you really not part?
We'll see.